Just 30 minutes from downtown Auckland, although if it's rush hour we're talking at least an hour, maybe 90 minutes, and if it's raining, add another 20 to that, plus if there's a crash it could take 2 hours, you'll find one of only 2 onshore gannet colonies in the country. This is the Australasian gannet, a relative of the northern gannet and the booby. It's found mainly in Victoria, Tasmania and here in New Zealand. After fledging, the young birds will leave the colony and cross the Tasman, spending 5 years sunning themselves on the coast of Australia before returning home to breed a new generation. The colony has long been a tourist attraction here at the Auckland beach of Muriwai. Don Binney is a lifelong visitor with an especially keen eye. As a schoolboy, he joined the legendary King's College Bird Club, formed by the great ornithologist Dick Simpson.
You see, every time I come out here, it's a renewal experience.
Don has since become one of New Zealand's most celebrated artists. His most famous and repeated subject, birds.
As an artist, I can't begin to make an adequate statement about the dynamic of that flight. I can just simply set out to celebrate a personal sense of wonder in some relatively contained and, sure, very abbreviated format. I'm more than fond of them. They seem to have me in their imagination clasp at present, put it that way.
The gannets haven't always nested on the stack or on the mainland. Until the middle of last century, their colony was on nearby Oya Island. But when that became overcrowded, they moved inland. But as many new arrivals to New Zealand have learnt, the locals aren't always friendly.
There must have been some sort of opposition because a horrible slaughter took place just at the end of the 1970s. Overnight, a big number of birds were found dead on the rocks. Nobody knows the whole story, but it seemed probable that some perceived conflict of interest between leisure fishing and breeding seabirds was the root of the problem.
Foul play.
In both senses, yes. Yes. People ask that very, very common, very frequent question, do you paint every day? I have to explain, I suppose, that I'm painting right now. No, I haven't got a palette, I haven't got a brush, and the turpentine out here would be a disaster. But I am taking in, I'm absorbing, I'm recording the arcs that they describe, the patterns of just soaring and then flapping, strange moments of almost poised awkwardness balanced against perfect curve of wind.
And they're using the angle of their wings, aren't they, just to either hold themselves up or force themselves down. I forgot what I was doing there for a second, to be honest.
Well, that's right, that's good. When you do that, it's almost like dropping off to sleep, but it's a good thing, not a bad thing. Just letting your eye and your mind just circuit with them. All the kind of vicious trivia of your professional life, you know, urban issues, sort of just floats away.